But didn't cut none yesterday. So yesterday was Saturday, we just hauled beans off. And we tried to start prepping some wheat ground. That didn't go as planned, not at all. Welcome back to Mid-10, y'all. Sunday, November 5th. Today is Divide and Conquer Day. I'm going to be discing today. Got the little disc hooked up to the 2090. I'm on this gets filled here. We'll try to get this. I think there's like 80, maybe 100 extra total. We got another field over here. We'll get to this today. I probably won't get it all done today, but I'll make a nice dinner today. Alex is going to go over here and cut some double crop beans. About 50 acres over here. Going to work on that today. See what we can get done. I mean, Grainer's not open today. We're not putting beans in the bin. We're taking it to town. So we're going to divide and conquer today. Because the winter's coming, and we got to get our winter wheat in. Looks like our neighbors are having church over at that Amish house today. See them coming there in their clean clothes right there walking up. Amish don't have a church building. They don't have a church building. What they do is they have rotating Sundays. So every other Sunday they have church, and it rotates through the community at one of their houses. So evidently it's at this house. As you can see, there's a bunch of Amish. I don't know if that shows up, but there's a bunch of Amish pulling up right there. So it looks like they're having Sunday service at his house over here today. But every other Sunday they have church at one of the members' houses, and then the Sunday between churches they call visiting Sunday. That's where they go visit each other and don't work. They just don't go to church that Sunday. That's why their Amish churches work. That's why you don't see any Amish churches, because they don't have an actual church building. They just have it at one of their houses. You'll see them on, a lot of times you'll see them on Saturday before church or Friday before church, moving benches one house to the other, and you'll know what house to have a church at. But all I got there Sunday, they got their white shirts on today. A lot of Amish men do it. The women have their white bonnets on. So that's their church clothes. They got church clothes on, they're going to get them some preaching at that house right there at dinner. So, that's your Amish lesson for today. Hope you learned something. Well, I've made it back this far in the field. So I got to go way down over there. Been running for about 2 hours now. Just got to get out and stretch my legs a minute. And check the disc, make sure nothing's loose. Nothing's loose, so we're good to go. May try to throw the drone up here in a little bit. And yeah, we got a drone. Probably think it goes up by now. But throw a drone up here a minute and see if I get some clips of how big this field is. Some disc and video of it. And it looks like everybody showed up to church. You should have seen the buckets coming in a while ago. I ain't got a good spot to show you. There is a lot of Amish over there at church right now. And I saw Alex drive by a while ago, so he is cutting beans about a mile down the road here where he's at. So, yeah, everything going smooth so. Can't talk, can I? Everything going smooth so far. Praying day be a good day. Hopefully a good smooth day. Take our time and see when I get knocked out. Then keep on knocking this stuff out. Welcome back to Mid-10, y'all. Out here hammering on some soybeans. We got a good bit of this field cut so far. It looks like I cut, you know, maybe 3-4 acres with a blade broke. You can see the standing beans right here. A few little standing beans over here. So yeah, I cut a good bit with a broke blade. Didn't realize it. That'll happen on them big jobs. We're gonna keep working on this. The beans they're doing okay. Looks like the heat might have affected the wheat beans some. Either that or the stupid deer got into them again. I know the edges were thin on this field. That's always fun. We're getting us a good angle fired up. We got this bottom part opened up. So there's a terrace right here. That's pretty steep, but kind of divides the top half from this bottom half of the field. Get us an angle going here. Remember, we're doing our angle that way the entire cutter bar getting some action on it. These beans are on 30s, wheat beans. Probably should have planted them on 15s. Too late now though. Way too late to worry about that. So I think we got half. We got half of this field cut. And once we get this field right here done, we'll have half of the wheat beans on this farm done. We got to go other side of the trees over there. Cut the rest of these. Made it to the backfield back here on the other property through the fence line. Haven't finished up the front field yet. It's a bigger field. I've got up to a driveway we used to get back this one. So I'm gonna knock this section out. 2 parts, small section here. Runs around the creek, or the creek right there. And then another section through the woods that you go through right over here. 20 acres back here, something like that, maybe 15, 20. Get this knocked out, and we'll head back to the big field again. As you notice, I ain't talked about it yet. Corn's running this way. I'm disking this way. We like this corn stub with 45-degree angle. It chops up better. It helps smooth out the field better. We're disking at 45, but come back and put in wheat with the rows. Get a better chop on it, smooths everything out better. And this field back here, it's got a couple of wet spots in it. I think there's a video where I explained the wet spots on the other side of these trees right here. So there's some rough spots from those wet spots. I'm gonna disc them up good, smooth them back out. That's one reason we're putting wheat back in this field. Give us a chance to smooth this stuff up and get us up disc down so that no time we'll be able to get everything smooth and put some weight on it and keep it from washing. Maybe make a little money. That's what it's all about, right? So if we get this place smooth back up some, put some weight on it, make a little money, and get the ground back smooth like I ain't expecting. So it's 12 o'clock here. I just stopped for 5 minutes, ate my lunch real quick, just because it's easier. And go get back at it. Hopefully get this knocked out. Get close to the other big field done, though. I don't know. Don't think I will, but I can be close to it today. So we'll get back with you in a little bit. Hey, look at there. Gotta put a few fingers back in the head. Finally hit something and broke the last 2 of my middle fingers out. So, we're gonna open her up here. And put a finger or 2 in it. So yeah, today is Sunday. Grander's not open. We got all the bins full with as much grain as they can possibly hold. I've just been down here working on filling dump trucks. Got 2 dump trucks full so far. Got the semi down here now. So when we get the semi full, we're gonna call it a day.
Oh, if we can get one of these out, we could just change one. Broke the middle one. I gotta go to grommet. So these metal ones are what came in it. Set and snapped off. So they run through, you have a metal guide, a metal cover, and there's a plastic guide in there. But the fiberglass ones, which is what we're gonna put back in, they go through a plastic guide. So we gotta change guides. And I probably should have picked the reel up a little bit more. I haven't poked myself in the back of the head enough yet. So that one comes out. Stick the plastic one in there. So on these fingers, they have used a 7/16 head bolt, and they got this little bite deal right here. The bite's in the back of them. Which I like these fingers better. Well, if they break and run through the machine, you ain't running a chunk of metal through the combine. Because anytime these fingers break off, if you don't see them break, you will hear them come through the machine. That's for sure. So I'm doing, if I get them in there, I get this piece that bites in there on the back. I go ahead and I put the nut in, the bolt in through the top, and have it pull in there. And make sure it's gonna sit, it's gonna bite in there right. So you just stick her in there like that. And you'll see her with it biting down in there. Like so. And just take it back out. All right, we got two in. We'll call that good enough for running today. All right, that's fixed. We'll pick our garbage up here. We're missing quite a few fingers, but two's good enough. Good enough for running. Adding two is good enough to get back going. If it is getting later in the day, it's getting dark right now because we're on time change. You know, we fell back an hour or whatever. Still started cutting about the same time I've been cutting. It's just they're gonna try to convince us that we got more time. See, I got all this field finished. We got to drive all the way back here and take a turn. Now this spot here in the middle is a growed up looking spot. It's not a growed up looking spot, it is a wet weather spring. Well, there's a spring in there. So it's something we can't farm right now. Looks like we might have an eagle sitting down in the field. Now it's a big red-tailed hawk flying off. That red-tail's been following me all day, catching mice and rabbits as I kick them up out of the beans. Halfway through with wheat beans now. So we got half of this farm cut, that made half the wheat beans. So we got about 60-ish acres of wheat beans left to cut. It's 4:30 now. I'm pretty sure I can get done with the rest of this farm. I think the semi hold the rest of it, and then we'll just have one farm left. Oh, my goal on the harvest every year is to get done before time change. Because, I mean, if you're running, like right now, say my phone says it's 3:30, because it fell back. Well, the radio clock still is the radio clock. The combine clock on the radio, it is a radio clock. The radio clock on the combine says it's 4:30. And I don't feel like changing it. So, yeah, instead of starting at 10, like I've been starting, I started at 9, which is still 10 o'clock. Or 9 o'clock or whatever. Anyways, that stuff don't matter. What matters is we're about to go get in some more beans. That's what matters. But didn't cut none yesterday. So yesterday was Saturday, we just hauled beans off. and we tried to start prepping some wheat ground. That didn't go as planned, not at all. Ended up breaking an axle on the disc, and I don't have a spare one. I did manage to weld it back together, and it lasted for all of it like an hour. So this part is kind of like the other part over there. You got a big terrace right here in the middle. So we're gonna cut an angle over to the terrace, and we'll start opening this little spot up. Oh yeah, adding the 2 fingers made it feed a lot better. When we broke out 2 of the middle fingers have been broke out for a while. I had 4 middle fingers left, and they came in the head. We've had the head for 10 years. So I finally broke the last 2 of them. Broke the last 2 in this field. Hit a little stick. Snapped it right off. We just went over the terrace right here. I got about 24 inroads that I can come over the terrace in the low spot where we got it worked down enough. It's not a big hump. Terrace right here. There it is. This grass spot here is also another wet spot, and we end up cutting hay off of it. But it's usually too wet when we're planting to do anything with. Well, I think I'm done for a day. Missing a blade and a spacer. Yeah, got loose on me. Man, come off. So I'm done until we get parts. Got a fair amount done. Anyway, I guess I'll take it back up shop. Park for a night. Aggravate. Anyway, it happens. Nobody's hurt. It's just aggravating having to get parts for it. We'll go from there. We're still at it, folks. Getting a little darker outside. See, there's a light on there. Boom. Light. No light. We're bringing out our second to last load off this field. Thinking we got one more load back in here. One load for sure. It'd be nice if we cut 2, but I'm pretty sure it's just 1. The beans in this other field are doing a lot better. One of them things. But it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So while I've been down here cutting beans by myself all day, Jesse has been down the road, down that way. He's been prepping some wheat ground for me. Like I said earlier, I tried to do some yesterday. It was a no-go. Broke axle and disc, got it fixed. I actually welded the axle back together. I stair-stepped it in, you know, where you take 2 pieces and do them like that. Stair-stepped them in. I run it for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and it broke. But it didn't break where I welded it. It broke like 6 inches down on the piece I added to it, which is really aggravating. So I gotta order disc parts in the morning. Nobody around here is gonna carry what we run. So I gotta order some parts for me. Jesse called me and said he had a bolt come loose on his disc axle, and he lost a spacer and the big nut and the big jam that goes on in. He lost those. So I gotta order stuff for that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can order them parts and they'll be in directly. Because we were getting down to the short running on beans, on harvest in general. I'll be done with this farm. Shit, I should have said that. hopefully, we'll go back. Hopefully I'll be done with this farm this evening. I might just jinx myself. Get out here and blow something up, you know. Never know. But hopefully we'll get done with this farm this evening and we can move over to the next farm, which is just a little piece down the road from here. Yeah. So I'm driving back. So I'm driving across this field. Got to go down here and go through the gap and get into the next field. Now I'm hoping this is the last trip like this and we can go home here in a little bit. And that clock says 6:15, but they changed time on it, so they say it's 5:15 now. Whatever. If it's just 5:15, it means I won't be getting home at 8 o'clock. I'll be getting home at 7 o'clock. It's in my favor now. Wife won't be upset at me dragging in at 8. I say that, she don't get too upset. She understands that we're putting in some long days and long hours trying to get things done. That way we got time to do other things, you know, like family stuff. Part of it. So if you can see up here, I left off right there. I just got a little bit left. And this little bottom right here, I cut almost 100 bushels off this little spot right here. Well, actually, I cut more than that. I cut 3/4 of a hopper, which should be about 120 bushels. No, I cut more than that. That little bottom made good beans, real good beans. This top, so that bottom was probably running in the 70s. This up here is running in the mid 50s, so that's better. Stuff over there, deer got in it real bad. It's probably on cutting like 35 bushels, 35, 40 bushels. Stupid deer. We got her whooped. It's a good thing too, as you hear them rumble through, they're just starting to go in case. Of course, we're right off the creek down here. We got plenty of moisture coming up. And bingo. That's it. Soybeans from this farm are done. So I'm gonna ride on out, fill the truck up, call it a day. And like always, a good Lord's will, catch you on the flip side. Till the next.